So the nominations came out for the Oscars, and
Oh boy.
the big winner was Sinners, getting a ton of nominations. I think like 16 or 17 noms. And then the biggest news, one of the bigger news items was The Rock getting snubbed.
Oh boy.
The Rock getting snubbed. So The Rock had gotten nominated for Best Actor in The Smashing Machine for his depiction of Mark Kerr, which I reviewed December of last year.
Yeah.
But here he gets the snub. Ryan, what do you make of this? Why do you think he got the snub? Because he had been nominated for other awards, but when it came to the Oscars, they said no, sir. They gave him the sort of the sidewalk slam there.
Well, my take on this will align with my views that I've shown in the past when it comes to this man. I feel like he's been nominated in other shows, and when you compare other shows to the Oscars, they will always be smaller shows. So having The Rock at these smaller shows helps those shows. So they'll give him the nod for him to show up, maybe accept an award, maybe give a speech, whatever. But when you flip it to the Oscars, they don't need this guy there, because the Oscars are the biggest thing in the movie industry when it comes to like awards and whatever nominations and all that. And you have literally every other actor there. So you don't need one guy to show up, no matter who he is. So the movie The Smashing Machine wasn't a good movie from like, you know, most outlets that reviewed it. Like it was like a 5 out of 10 movie at best. You also said it wasn't the best depiction of Mark Kerr, but The Rock's performance is a standout. Yes, The Rock's performance can be a standout, and that's why he probably deserves some kind of nominations from other shows. But when you're comparing it to something like Sinners, you can't, like, they have to look at the movie as a whole, and I just it's not a surprise he didn't get nominated. Yeah, he could have had he could have done a good job in it, but if the movie's trash, it shouldn't get recognized. That's my opinion. So no, I don't really I'm not shocked by this, but maybe he's shocked because, you know, they've been glazing him all year, but you know,
Jesus,
I just think like it is what it is, man. You weren't involved in a great movie. You didn't make it, you helped make it. It just wasn't a great movie. It wasn't a great portrayal from what I've heard. So I don't know.
Jesus.
I could be wrong on what I've said, but that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
What an indictment!
There you go.
I think, you know, he really went for the Oscar by the way it was directed and everything else. It was shot to go for one of these awards. It was acted to go for one of these awards. It was written that way with the dramatic scenes between him and his wife and everything else. It was meant to sort of attract that attention, and it did. It did attract attention from some people. But like I said in my review, I said, you know, if he wins the Oscar for this movie, then he's winning it for the wrong one. And the question is, well, which one is the right one that he should win the Oscar for? And that is my thing. There is no right one. He's never had a performance where I'm like, oh my God, let's put the strap on this guy. You know what I mean? I thought you'd be a little more animated. I thought, because you were so animated when you were burying him the first time around, I thought you would have been planning a fucking parade.
Nah, I'm tired of fucking giving this guy interviews.
Two Terramanas, brother. But, you know.
No, don't do that.
Two Terramanas. Actually, it's funny because there was another. The film did get nominated for a different award, and The Rock did put it on his Instagram. And he did put the two Terramanas. This motherfucker. This guy's going to be the first motherfucker to open up a fucking eulogy with two like a Terramana for everybody at the fucking eulogy. Jesus Christ.
When I ask you this question, all right? Really like think about this, all right? What is The Rock's best movie?
The Rock's best movie where he's the best in it? Where he's the best in it?
No, like just the best movie, like as a whole. Like not something he's involved in, but as a whole. Not so much because his best acting job we know is The Smashing Machine. I haven't even seen it.
Right?
To tell you that, you know what I mean? But I'm saying his best movie overall. What would you think that is?
You know what? I am in the minority here, but but I really enjoyed San Andreas. I really enjoyed that one.
Okay, I
remember that one? He's got to like rescue the daughter or something. It's just like a simple, like obviously. It's that Liam Neeson. You're not gonna.
The
like
problem
me
with
when
that
I cross
movie
the
is
street,
it's like Rampage and it's like Snitch and it's like all the other 50%.
Oh yeah.
So in my opinion, the best
Right.
movie he's ever been in or like
Yeah.
been involved is Moana,
Wow. What the
because
fuck?
everyone fucking loves Moana.
Right.
Kids love Moana. My wife likes Moana. Adults like Moana. Like, even I fucking like Moana. Moana.
Be honest, is he memorable in there? Like, you can tell it's
Yes.
The Rock's voice?
Yes,
Yeah.
because like he doesn't do
And
a
he's
voice, but the voice that he does fits the character that they mold him into, and
Yeah.
he has a song where he sings that is very memorable and catchy. So
Whoa.
that
it's
is
on
the
your
best.
Spotify top 10 of the year,
I don't know,
motherfucker.
fart, take it easy. But like,
Whoa.
I'm just saying, in the mainstream, that is his best movie, and that's why they're doing now a
Right.
live action version where he's in it too.
Right. Nobody
So-
asked for that one, but
And no one asked, but I guarantee you,
we got
it'll
it.
fucking be successful as fuck.
right.
So
Two Terramanas.
that's why it's like, yo, Moana's your best thing, and like that is what it is. Obviously, as an action star, which is what he thrives to be, I don't think anything is that memorable. Like, I've also never seen his Snitch movie or San Andreas, so I'll concede to that. But from what I've seen in like Fast and Furious, like, you're just another action guy. You're like in the '80s, The Rock would have been huge. He would have been up there with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. But like,
Him and Arnold would have been like owning all that, you know? And
Exactly.
Sylvester.
but now it's like no one cares about this shit that you're trying to do. They haven't cared for a long time, in my opinion. But that's how the cookie crumbles. So
Wow. But yeah, no, I mean, Rock didn't get it. And here's the thing. People think I'm ragging on The Rock, and I am. Of course I am. But no, but it was just, he didn't get it. I'm not laughing at the guy. He didn't get it. But to say that it wasn't what they were going, it 100% was what they were going for. This was a vehicle designed to get the nomination. But anyway, go back, listen to that review. I think I gave it a 5.7, 5.8, somewhere around there. And so it's not a terrible movie. It's not slop. I just think
Right.
it didn't work. And it's mostly the fault of some of the writing and just some of the choices that they made. But yeah, Rock getting snubbed there. Some of the bigger winners, Ryan. Sinners. Have you seen Sinners with Michael B. Jordan?
you're talking about nominations, right?
Yeah.
No, nominees. Okay. No, I haven't seen Sinners yet.
Check that one out. I think you'll
Yeah,
really
I'd
like
to
that
check-
one.
There's a couple, man. I want to check out Marty Supreme, right? With
Yeah, me
Chalamet.
too. That one's still in theaters, dude.
Yeah, so like that's one. I want to check out Begonia with Emma Stone because I fucking
Yeah.
love Emma Stone. I
Yeah,
want to
me
check
too,
out
yeah.
the new, what's it called? You watched it, the One Battle After Another. I want to watch that one still. Like
Yeah.
there's those names that I'm like, these movies I'm listing. You can't put Smashing Machine there. It just doesn't.
Well,
work.
I mean, he fits in there. I mean, I think, we got to give The Rock his respect in that he's an actor, right? I mean,
no, I'm not talking about it. Rock. I'm talking about the movie.
which movie?
Smashing Machine. I don't think you can put Smashing Machine in that list, just based off
I
what
mean,
I've
it
heard.
just depends what they're looking for. I mean, Hollywood pushes what they like. If it was a year of biopics, then maybe. Sometimes you have two strong biopics going at it. This year seems to have a conglomerate, a different. If you look at the Best Picture category, you look at Begonia. That's got nothing to do with F1. That's got nothing to do with Frankenstein. These are like different things.
genres and
One is
stuff,
not like the other. It's not like you have two close war movies going at it, or sometimes you had the year of, it's Shakespeare going up against this other book, right? We have two Bible stories going at it, right? This year seems to, and this is also because they've increased it to fucking 10,
Yeah,
which
that's
I
crazy.
disagree with. I don't like 10 Best Pictures. I liked it was in 5, 6. I think that's great. That's enough, right? But, you got to have 10 in there. But Sinners is the big one going in. They're expected to clean up one battle after another. Leonardo DiCaprio goes for another, for his second Oscar. Michael B. Jordan going after his first one. Best Actor is looking pretty exciting, right? Timothy Chalamet, I mean, this is a guy that literally said, I am going to do something special with his acting career. And so far for the last year, dude, he's way more over now than he was a year ago. And
He's amazing.
a year ago, he'd already made the Dune movies. That's the crazy part. And nobody noticed, but now he does these. I mean, and he did. I shouldn't say it like that. But, he does a couple biopics. He does a couple little odds and ends. And he goes on this crazy Marty Supreme promotional tour where he's rapping and showing up in, like, videos and stuff.
It's
he
working.
knows ball. He knows
Yeah.
ball when it comes to like pro wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, he's got like a rap
Like,
persona that everyone was like wondering if it was him.
He made the rounds on all the media, and then he completed it by climbing that the sphere in Las Vegas. I think he's
You know what the best thing he
putting
did?
himself over.
The best thing he did was not get involved with a superhero film. Because if he did, he would have been like a Tom Holland. Because Tom Holland is like the other side of that coin, right? Those two are always kind of interchanged. Tom Holland being Spider-Man, I'm not saying it was a dumb move because obviously it's treated him well. But that's all I'm ever going to see him as. It's hard for me to detach Peter Parker from Tom Holland now. Whereas Timothy could have joined as a Johnny Storm or someone from the X-Men or something, and that would be it. You are in a 10-year commitment right from the get-go, and
he's just a small, skinny superhero, right?
Yeah, like
and
maybe
he'd be this small. Who would he play? I mean, that's the obviously it's a superhero movie. You can make him whatever.
you can make him. But who would he play? I don't know. Maybe Nightcrawler or something. I don't know. Some skinny dude. Morph. Morph would be good. Morph would be good.
He'd be an awesome Morph.
Like a Johnny Storm, like a Nova would be good. He's a little bit more obscure, a little bit, but like
a Gambit origin story. Like I would buy him in that.
I'd
Like
buy him
he's
as
like
a
a young Gambit, like getting his ass kicked in poker games for trying to fix the cards and shit. You know.
Yeah. So,
but anyway, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Best thing he did was not that. Like I remember, I wanted him. I was talking to like a buddy of mine that we always talk comic book movies and shit, and I was like, I proposed him for not Robin, but like Nightwing, right? He would be a sick Nightwing. So I was like, damn, I could see him in that. But like, we're talking about it now, and like the year he's had, and it's like, no, the best thing he did was not get involved with a movie like that or a franchise like that, because then it's like, it'll be good for your career. Don't get me wrong, and you'll be fucking set up financially for life. But if you are one of those guys that care about the craft and you want to spread your creative wings and you want to be involved in other things, it's gonna be hard. So the best thing he did was not do that. And the best thing he can do now is do that in the future, because now he's got all these movies under his belt, and the best way would like to go out would be like, you know what? I'm like 20. I'm approaching my 30s, right? Or I am 30 even. Maybe I should do a superhero movie before I'm out. And, And you could ride your career until it's over, you know? So, I props to him. He fucking figured it out, man.
Yeah, he did do it, man. He did a great job, and so he's in there. But my God, look at the rest of these animals and Best Actor. Ethan Hawke, dude. Ethan Hawke. You're in there against... And Michael B. Jordan, who's just been a monster. Leonardo DiCaprio, you know. I'm not familiar with Wagner Moura, he was in The Secret Agent. Neo... Oh, I got to check this out, though. It's a neo-noir historical political thriller. Looks like it's made in Brazil, so I might check that one out. But, you know, so that's... And then Best Actress, you know, you have Emma Stone... And then the rest of them, Kate Hudson is there, Rose Byrne, Jessie Buckley, and Renate Rensby. I'm not sure who familiar. I'm not familiar with the last two, but yeah. So there's, it's the Oscars, and this year it's going to be on YouTube, which should be interesting. People are really excited about that one. Will you be tuning into YouTube, Ryan, or is this something that, you know what? You got some things better to do than sit here for 5 hours, and you'll just catch the reels in the morning.
I'm gonna treat it like I treat wrestling. I just kind of tune in every now and then, see what's going on.
That's you fucking absentee landlord, you piece of shit.
Catch the full highlights the next day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but the Oscars are gonna come up, and I think those are sort of the big ones. One battle after another. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Delroy Lindo. Did you see this one? So he was in Sinners as one of the characters, Delta, and he was asked by a reporter, how does it feel to be, you know, on the up and up, on the come up, something like that. And Delroy Lindo just looked at him and he goes, "Sir, with all due respect, I've been here for a long time. Like, you could, who gives out these credentials to these idiots?" Yeah. Delroy Lindo's been around for a long time. He was like an OG, and he's been in so many classic roles. I remember Delroy Lindo watching movies with him in the 90s. You know, he'd always play like a strong head of a family, just always had that, you know. And even when he played a heel, he was always a good heel as well, you know.
Yeah.
So to see Delroy in there for Best Actor in a Supporting Role is just badass. Sean Penn, one battle after another. He's awesome. Like I said, he reminds me of Mr. McMahon, just some of that stuff. Yeah. Benicio del Toro, this is crazy. Two from the same movie. Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein. I'll do my quick little review on Frankenstein later, but that's another. I mean, that's another great performance.
This Jacob Elordi is up and coming, and he's going to be like. I think this is his year where he's going to be like the Chalamet. I think throughout the year we'll be seeing him a little more because he started in. I watched him in Euphoria, right? He started in Euphoria, and that's where I know him from. But then all of a sudden he's getting these roles, and I'm watching how he conducts himself in interviews, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna go far. Like it's like I like him. Like I feel like he has like a charm to him that like most people mess with. Right. So and look, man, he is in Best Supporting Actor, and he is in like everyone around him in that category are just legends, man. Sure. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Stellan Skarsgård from Good Will Hunting back in the day, Delroy, and this guy is just there. You know what I mean? It's fucking awesome.
If you go to like if you start looking at like the Oscars from like 92, 93, 94, and you start going through some of those categories, it was just murders, bro, just murders. And
some of those names are still popping
the monster
up.
That. Yeah, and some of those guys are still around, still cracking skulls today, right? So,
insane.
Anyway, March 15th, 2026, the Oscars from Hollywood, hosted by Conan. That's always a good time. So maybe we'll get some highlights there. But most nominations, Sinners at 16. Ryan, I encourage you to watch it because I'm also kind of curious to hear what you think. I would say don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't let anybody tell you it's one of the greatest movies of all time. You just watch it for yourself and let me know what you thought.
I want to watch it regardless because I like Michael B. Jordan. And
you're a Michael B. Jordan guy. Watch him when he's not wearing gloves. Watch him when he's not wearing... I only like wear gloves.
Or look like Killmonger. But man, but I actually was introduced to Michael B. Jordan in Chronicle where they had like superpowers, and it was like
Chronicle.
You never seen Chronicle?
Is that the sci-fi movie?
No.
Is that a sci-fi movie?
No, Chronicle is like these three kids, and they discover like this crystal that gives them powers. But it's filmed in like one not one take, but the whole like idea of the filming is there's one of the characters that learns how to he learns telekinesis, so he's filming his adventures. So there's always a camera floating around him, but that's the camera they're using to film the movie. It's fucking dope. And
I brushed past this movie.
Okay, so
I remember it had a cool concept. It had a cool concept, and I remember thinking there's a cool way it was shot. Something about, so that's the first time you saw Michael B. Jordan was Chronicle.
And that still holds up. That movie's awesome, man. The way they like that is what superpowers would be like in real life. Like if you got superpowers, you're gonna fuck around and try to throw balls at your friends. Like that's how it is. But I like that movie. But I'll check out Sinners. I like Haley Steinfeld too, who's in it. If you guys like this video, be sure to check out the rest of the channel and consider subscribing. Go even further and subscribe to Podcast Fresh wherever you listen to your podcast for new episodes every week.